After the election of President Donald Trump in 2016 and the increase in banning of conservatives from major platforms and services, we saw a new divide appear in our country. There are now liberal and conservative social media platforms, brands, stores, streaming services, and more. But did you know there's even a name for it? It's the parallel economy. Let's get to the bottom of why it exists and look at some of the companies involved in it. In this parallel economy, products and services are aligned with one's political values. And this idea was front and center at a CPAC event this year, where conservative speakers doubled down on the parallel economy for one very obvious reason: censorship. Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, to name a few, are cracking down on content by policing what can and can't be posted on their platforms. And their strict community guidelines often end with conservatives being the ones shadow banned, restricted, or outright banned from their platforms. In response, there are a ton of alternative options now in the App Store. Parler, Getter, and Donald Trump's True Social are all competing now to steal users from Twitter, while video stream platform Rumble offers a censor-free alternative to YouTube. With millions of daily users, these platforms are nowhere close to dethroning Silicon Valley tech giants and their billions of users. But for them, it's not really about creating the largest platforms. It's about creating platforms that align with their users' values, like freedom of speech, freedom of religious expression, commitment to no censorship, and so much more. Political bias and discrimination exist in all kinds of industries, including banking, web hosting, and even entertainment. And wherever that bias exists, you can almost guarantee that some kind of alternative exists, or will exist soon. Look no further than Coin, the conservative credit card. According to their website, Coin aligns your dollars with your values by giving a portion of profits to right-leaning charities, organizations, and causes. That quote right there says everything we need to know about why the parallel economy exists. Now more than ever, Americans are unwilling to compromise on their political values, and businesses are stepping in to serve that need. It doesn't stop with social media or credit cards. This year, conservative media company Daily Wire announced a $100 million investment over the next 3 years in children's content to counter what firebrand Ben Shapiro says is Disney being held hostage by the woke left. The examples we listed are just a handful of the dozens of companies and industries that are popping up in this parallel economy. And while we can't predict the future, it's a safe bet that the parallel economy is here to stay. If you know of any other examples that we didn't mention in this video, give it a shout out in the comments, and stay tuned for another episode of Per My Last Email next week.